Hey guys, welcome back to Winout.net casting DreamHack for you. Right now we're in the semifinals of the tournament. Of course, one side of the bracket is Ukrainian Navi, who knocked out Fnatic from the SK from the tournament after a really close game on Train that went into, I believe, 4 overtimes. And then we have Lions, who just beat again, which is Neo's team, obviously former Frag Executor's team, and they beat him in a 3-map battle. It was also really close. And then on the other side of the bracket, the match which is going on simultaneously but will not be able to cast is Fnatic against Mouseforge. And the maps have already been picked for the game we're casting right now. The first map will be Inferno, which is the pick of Lions. The second map will be Mirage, which is the map that Navi picked. And for the third map, they're going to be playing Dust 2 if it's needed. So those are the maps that are going to be played. So right now we're just waiting for the game to get started over here. Both teams, I believe, well, I'm not sure if Navi's entirely ready, but at least Lions is saying they're already ready to play some CS. So I assume it's going to go live fairly soon. So probably a couple minutes here at most. Navi still currently all their players AFK, so Navi's still AFK, all their players, so I assume they're just standing up on the side talking. I'm not sure how picking sides works at DreamHack, but Lions will be starting on the CT side. Both teams have played Inferno before in the tournament. Lions played again on it just in the previous game. They started off really well on the T side. I believe they went up 8-0 or 8-1 before again got a couple rounds on the board. They ended up getting 4 as CTs. Second half they lost the pistol round, but closed the game out pretty quickly at 16-8. Navi played Moscow 5 in the group stage on Inferno. In that game they started as CTs, won the pistol without losing a single guy, but then lost 8 straight rounds, going down 1-8. After that they kind of picked it up. They finished the first half 5-10 and actually went up 10-0 as terrorists before losing their first round. So both teams have a win on Inferno under their belt so far in this tournament. I think this is actually going to be a really close map as well. And since Corey finally hopped in, we're live, and the match is about to start. Navi's up talking, Lions is ready to go. Maps are Inferno, Mirage, and Dust 2.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to make coffee, and whoever did it last didn't clean the coffee maker, and it takes like forever to clean that thing. Typical lazy people. Probably Lurpus's fault somehow.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. I'm sure you were late. I'm sure you were just tired when you didn't clean it. Ha ha ha. So coming into this match, obviously Lions is just red hot after their win versus again, which just happened like maybe 40 minutes ago now, maybe a little more. Navi had a little time to cool down and relax following their SK game. Who do you think is in better shape right now? We talked about off the stream. We talked about Lions having beaten Navi a couple times in the past, so they have a decent record head to head.
Yeah, I think Inferno, like I said in the last game for people that were watching, I do feel like it's a good map for Lions. They seem to know how to abuse the A site with good executes. A is probably the most susceptible site to good executes if you don't get stopped. Like your strat doesn't get disrupted while you're doing it. You know, someone doesn't run in halls, or someone doesn't push window or mid, I mean, those things don't usually happen, but they are the kryptonite for people like Lions. So I guess this isn't live. They're not moving. Yeah, I thought the match went live. I don't know if you agree, but I think if Navi can disrupt Lions' strats, I feel like it'll be really hard for Lions to play slower and kind of just pick instead of using flashes and smokes and executes, because I mean their style doesn't really rely on them walking up like SK or Fnatic would. It relies on like actual takes.
Yeah, my mumble lagged out. I heard you were talking and I heard like I heard the beginning of it and then the end of it, but I missed like a pretty decent amount in the middle.
I was just saying,
but
like,
the match is gonna go live right now.
In short, I was saying, do you think if Na'Vi starts disrupting Lions' like T-side strats, they'll be able to recover because they're not so good at walking around like SK and Fnatic?
Well, put it this way, I think Na'Vi is way better at mid-game than Lions. I think Lions is gonna have trouble in those 3v3s in comparison, especially if they manage to kill Threat. I'm not sure who else would know how to take over a mid-game properly.
Edward dropped the USP here, holding the T-ramp. I mean, a pretty standard Na'Vi pistol round. He's the only one with a USP. I assume someone else might have a set of nades. They're probably just going to wait for... I think a lot of these T-pistols on Inferno are just waiting to make sure they don't push B or mid. So once that's clear, they're probably going to work towards B and have the bomb.
Lions actually has a couple people pushed up in Banana, and Zeus is going to go down early. Edward gets hit to 75 health. He's still alive and kicking. He's going to get Crystal. Crystal with a little careless peek there. I felt like he wanted to clear the Kiwi box, make sure there's no one hiding behind it, but it was a little bit too visible towards T middle.
Na'Vi do seem to be regrouping, and they're going to hit B, so it'll be up to Threat. He needs to get at least one kill and delay them. Looks like he's just going to look to delay them. Seems like he is doing a pretty good job of delaying them. Lions got to make sure that Threat and Nico got to get one apiece, I would say. Nico drops a flash right in front of Say9's face, but he gets in there. They're going to get the bomb down. Nice.
Threat and Nico both get a kill. Na'Vi just going aggressive towards the back hole. Daniel left in a 1v1 now after a nice kill on Zneal. Frite's not gonna stick to the team.
That was a good play by Frite.
Yeah. That was a big pistol win for them. But Na'Vi got 4 kills total. Obviously split over more than one person, and they get the bomb down. So, do you think Na'Vi's gonna drop AKs and buy?
I think that they will. Well, I said that kind of late, but yeah, I definitely think that Na'Vi aren't going to be pushovers versus a team with Lions. I think Na'Vi put 4 spies even more when they think they're the better team. They might give teams like SK a little bit more respect and save, but versus Na'Vi, versus Lions, don't you feel like they kind of just, even though they lost to them, they probably are kind of cocky still and think that they're way better.
I think so. It also depends how much Na'Vi losing these games against Fnatic recently, and Nexus at ESWC has humbled them. That also matters. Threat opens up there, and Xenia. Markelov, you talked about how good Markelov has gotten with the AK. I feel like he's gotten a lot better with rifles this year. And actually, I think last year it would have been a stretch to say he's overall one of the best players in the world. Not like, obviously he was super good, but simply because he was just the main opper. I think his rifles were good, but like not better than Zeus's, for example. But I think now his rifles, especially the AK, has gotten really strong as well.
I think he's like on par with Edward at times right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Plus,
I feel like Markelov is the most consistent, even with rifles, and I think that's pretty impressive. Look, that's his 4th kill for the round.
I mean, he's been red hot at this tournament.
I mean, talk about those 50 kills on that match against SK on Train.
I feel like also what can happen to people like oppers like Markelov is when you do so well with an op in a year, people aren't entirely serious when they say this, but I know like I've joked around with my oppers on my team just saying like, oh yeah, without an op you're useless and stuff, and like it's all jokes, but I think sometimes they start working on their rifles indirectly, you know, and just trying to make them better over their op. They think their op is kind of weak, so they'll like BM more with rifles than with an op, and they'll play a pugs with that, and I think that can help Opper's rifles a lot. Opper's rifles a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, for example, Fraud got a lot better with rifles in 2010, I feel like, than he was before that, and I think Delpan is one of the players who really saw.
Yeah, I think Delpan has a pretty okay AK. Like, he can hang with that, but with a Colt, it can get pretty bad at times. Are you there? Can you hear me? I think you lagged out. If... Yeah, okay. Lions got a couple deags this round. They're just gonna look to save. I mean, they lost that second round forced by to Navi, mostly to Markloff. But, yeah, they're just gonna look to try and get some D kills. I mean, it's not end of the world to lose that second round bye. Basically, it just reverses the roles. It's basically like Lions lost the pistol now, and they won the first gun. Kind of like if you switch it around like that. So it's not the end of the world, but they gotta win this next first round.
Did I hit a nice shot there on Xenia in holes? We talked about Lions Deagles having been good in the previous match against again, and they got a couple nice Deagle headshots again on this eco.
Yeah, they have a potential for even more shots, too, I think.
It looks like it's going to be around for Navi, though. And right now, Crystal is hoping to kill one more person from Navi. They killed 3 people in the previous round, so if they're able to get just even one more guy, which they weren't on this round, even 2 kills isn't bad, because now if Navi loses the next round without bomb plant, they're really not going to have that much money left.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Lions, this is a really important round for them. They worked really hard to get weapons away from Navi, so it'll be important for them to win this round. Fire going aggressive on Banana, just running out there. Oh, it gets taken up by StarX.
5 HP down to 17 health. It was a strong start to the round for the Ukrainians.
Threat's got to do something kind of either... He's got to just hide, or he's got to, you know, make some sort of weird play that they won't expect to get kills, because it's almost worthless. I feel like on CT it's a lot harder to get kills when you have low HP than on T.
Yeah. I guess that does come a lot down to positioning. I mean, every now and then you'll get in a spot where you use gay people with low health as CT, but generally it's easier to just peek someone and just one bullet them than it is to let people just clear you out and kill you.
Yeah.
At least that way you can choose when you get to react. Helps you out. And Lions has overstacked A. They're not playing B at all, and Navi is going to B. Just reading the situation perfectly right now. And it's going to be an easy round for Navi. Question is, are they going to go chase Lions in the A site? And if they will, how successful are they going to be?
I think the fact that StarX is so low helps them because he's the closest one to hunt. So he should get killed pretty easily. But other than that, I think they can trade some kills on them. Nico's in a decent spot to get one, but he can get traded pretty easily.
Threat's playing inside the holes right now. It's a little risky considering he's low health. He's pushing down holes now. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. He only has 17 health, so it's 1 bullet of AK, and he's dead. Yep. And those 2 kills were huge for Navi. And the reason is, if all 4 players of Lions survived, they would have been able to buy, because one of them probably would have been able to drop at least a FAMAS, and they would have been able to pretty much full buy this round. But now it's gonna be a really broken buy, I think.
Yeah, they dropped some FAMASes, but I think Threat's gonna... Yeah, Threat had to buy his own, so I think he only has a...
FAMAS no armor. Or just body armor. But yeah, not a lot of money in the Lions camp right now. And if Navi can get a clean round win here, it's definitely gonna force Lions to